Let me be the first to welcome you all guys to Audio Drama Discord servers panel. First, let's go around real quickly, introduce ourselves. First, my friend Sugar Cloud. Go ahead.
Hello. I am Sugar Cloud, also known as Heather. I mostly voice for Fluttershy, and I also own an audio drama called The Forest Beast,
which I also happen to voice in. Go check in. Which art star has also. We'll get to her in a minute. Who's also done art for as well. The 7th episode just released, so I recommend you go give the series a watch. Next, we have my friend Pix.
Hello.
And
I'm Pix. I'm a VA and artist, and I do audio drama art. Yeah.
and don't you have an audio drama upcoming as well?
I do. It's coming out very soon.
Art star, why did you exit? Oh my god.
I think she said she couldn't hear.
Oh, hold on. Art star.
All right, this is why we're here.
All right.
All right.
All right, Art star, can you hear us? Art star. Uh-oh.
If there are technical difficulties, it's all good. And besides, you're rolling into yourself, so it really doesn't matter too much.
Yep. While we're fixing her end, let's move over to Flutters.
There, I'm Flutters, or you can just call me Jess, whichever one. I'm an artist, and I also have my own audio drama called Corrupted Consequences. It's an OC-based audio drama, so I do the voice acting for my OC. And yeah, so I dabble in a little bit of everything with directing and voice acting and art, so it's been super fun.
Nice. And Art Star, did you fix it? If not, I can introduce her for you guys. Hello, hello. This is my friend Fartstar. She does art and voice acting for a lot of the audio dramas in the Brony community, as well as that's pretty much it, actually. Well, she also does singing covers as well. That I've also joined her on her channel. I recommend giving that a check out. We as a joke, you can also call her Princess Cadence if you want. Yeah, she loves being called that.
Okay.
Okay, now she's got it fixed. Too late. I've already introduced you.
Sorry, it was not, the sound was not working. I had to join on my computer.
All right. Okay. Anyways, and last but not least, hi, I'm SourPatchKing. I do the only voice acting. I suck at art. I'm not good at writing or directing. I had I had friends who are more experienced than I am to join me. So yay! Thank you for joining me, guys.
You're very welcome.
Anyways, let's dive right in. I got my I'm bringing up my notes real quickly. Okay. First things first. Tips on keeping a community. At first, what are the benefits of an audio drama Discord server? Well, obviously, one thing first. Obviously, an active audio drama community server can actually really benefit the project in terms of team synergy, team bonding, and which will overall increase the performance of your voice actors and your artists. And it also helps keep everything for directors much more organized. I'd like to go around the table and for the three directors, Pix, Jess, and Heather, to share their experiences of what it's like to like in an audio drama Discord server. Jess, we can start with you.
Okay, so I've been just a little background. I've been directing my own audio drama. If you want to do specifics, 3 years. I started during COVID, so it was kind of hectic, but it was also a very good time to start because, like, what were we doing, you know? As far as directing an audio drama server, it definitely is really important to have connection and, you know, being able to have that sense of trust with your artists and voice actors and whoever else you have in the server, because not only are they working on a project that is for yourself, you know, you also want them to have fun. You also want it to be enjoyable and, you know, making sure that everyone has a good time, you know, keeping everyone in the loop, making sure everyone gets updated on what's going on, and, you know, just getting involved with fun stuff like voice calls or challenges or, you know, just fun stuff.
And it's a good way to incorporate fan art as well. For people to share their fan art with the actual cast and stuff, help get themselves out there and show how much they love the project as well.
For sure.
And definitely it also having the server as well keeps your community engaged. Like you're the fans of what you do engaged and kept in the loop of what's going on, and said with sneak peeks and stuff like that. It really helps with that, and it helps keep their interest, because an audio drama, it takes a lot of work. It's a reason why there's so long in between episodes, because a lot of work goes into it, a lot of time and effort go into it, and it's best. And despite it being that way, a lot of people don't really have the patience to deal with that. But those who strongly support your project will fully understand, as well as feel more engaged whenever they're in a server where they can discuss everything with you. Picks, I wouldn't say at the moment. Mainly the only reason his audio drama hasn't kicked off yet. We're still in production of episode 1. It's almost in the works. But as an artist, he can definitely give you some insight of what life is like on the art team in a server. If you want to go ahead.
Yeah. So within a Discord server for an audio drama, I think it's a really important thing to always keep your artists updated of how the project's going. Something that really helps out within the server is activity. So the director really has to be like updating them with like deadlines and yeah.
They have to be direct and organized. They can't just let their they can't just let their artists jump all around them and stuff like that. Same thing with their voice actors, but especially for artists, because considering the fact that art is more picky than for voice actors, because artists choose what scenes that they want to draw for, whereas voice actors, they only play their character. But for artists, a lot of people will feel like inclined to pick more than one scene, which in turn takes away work from the other artists as well. I'm pretty sure Artstar also can agree with me, since she also does a lot of art.
Yeah, I agree with that. I usually pick one scene or something like that. It's only once have I picked 2 scenes in an audio drama, and that was simply because the director was looking for someone to cover a scene. I would say that usually when, at least for me as an artist, I don't want to take away from other artists, and B, don't want to overwork myself, considering that I do have my own life outside of audio drama work. So I usually tend to stick to one scene, and there's the argument of a lot of the times what is better, quality or quantity. I choose quality, so I will draw less pictures but make them look better than draw more pictures and have them be rushed.
Mm-hmm. And for the voice acting part, obviously I'm not the only one who does voice acting. That's all four of these also. All four of these guys also do VA work, but VA work is where I mainly is my main area of expertise. A good way for an audio drama Discord server to incorporate teamwork in between voice actors is script readings and group calls where you actually or live directing sessions, because it can actually because it by doing so you can be you can be in a call with your director and yeah, other voice actors, and actually record your scenes together with others, because working with other voice actors at the time improves your overall performance as well as theirs. And it also helps the director know what they're looking for. They can hear you. They can hear you right there and tell right away what they want, like what they want you to do, how they want you to say something, how they want you to feel, the emotion and stuff. It just makes things infinitely a lot easier. Next, the directors can tell them about like the importance for activity, which will in turn result in like people forgetting about deadlines. Heather, do you want to go for that one?
Sure. So I think deadlines are super important, even for like people that are working for free. Because without a deadline, I feel like they just forget, you know? So with a deadline, I'd say I usually give my artists like, I think 2.5 months to 3 months to do their art for one episode. I want to give them plenty of time. I even have extensions if they really need it.
Because life doesn't always go your way.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to pressure anyone into getting it done. I don't want it to be rushed either. So I just want everyone to have fun. So that's my main goal, is for everyone to have fun. And but if you do want a project to work out, you do need deadlines.
And yeah, and Jess or Heather, you two have operated casting calls. Has audio drama servers ever made it any easier to help promote those casting calls and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. Like other people's Discord servers, sometimes they'll have like a promote thing or something in their server, and I can like promote casting calls in there, and it's I think I get a lot of auditions from just that. So
yeah, I think it's a great.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's a great way to kind of spread your project, especially since all of us here, our projects aren't, we're not paying the artists or voice actors, so we really have to put ourselves out there and reach as many people who we think would be interested in it. So yeah, I think audio dramas or Discord servers are really great for spreading that around, for sure.
I'm looking at the chat right now in Twitch. And don't worry, guys, you haven't you haven't missed much. We're just discussing mainly about audio drama Discord servers and like its benefits overall to like the art teams, the voice acting teams, and the directors themselves. Um, let's see. How sensitive? Uh, how can you have? Just give me 1 second. I'm still finding something. How team effort is extremely vital to running a server. You only your server is only. I mean, your project is only as good as the amount of effort you put into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you a good server, an active server where you're bonding more as a team and actually actively doing stuff together as a team can overall benefit how that team works together, like how that team bonds, how that team works together, gets on schedule together and stuff like that. Artstar, do you have anything to say regarding the team effort and stuff like that?
I definitely say it is a very vital thing because without a team that you can work well with or people that you can like trust, your project is likely to fall apart or without people active as well. I've seen like many directors have that trouble with people not being active or people they can't really that have lost like trust and being like active enough or doing their things because just stuff. It could be reasonable things, but I've seen people ghost people. And that is I think a part that you need to know part of your team is that you can't really just ghost your director. You should just be more upfront because that can get a project falling apart within seconds. As someone who's also like behind the scenes working on an audio drama right now, I definitely say that you got to get your team together and got to work on everything because there is a lot of stuff just in the background and behind scenes that has been going on. For example, I've been working on my project for about 3 years now, and we're not even that close to a casting call yet because we're still working on finishing finer details. But I feel like having a good team and knowing that you can trust them, especially if some of them are your good friends or just people that you vibe well with, I definitely think that that is something that is vital for an audio drama.
Let's see. Flutters, anything to say on that?
Could you repeat what
We're talking about like team effort and like how it benefits the overall project, how having this community vibe helps bring forth better higher team effort in the project itself.
Okay, yeah. I really think team effort is really important because it all kind of comes down to how well you can collaborate with other people, because at the end of the day, that's basically all it is. It's just a big collaborative project. Whether it has 10 episodes or 5 episodes, you're still working with a lot of people, whether you have like script writers or background designers or voice actors, like however many people you have on your server, you're gonna have to work with them. You're probably gonna have to get outside your comfort zone, and you are gonna learn a lot of new things. Regardless if you're the director, voice actor, or artist, there's definitely a lot to learn, and I think having that skill of being able to work in a team and being able to collaborate is extremely important when you are relying on other people and putting work on yourself to get this kind of finished.
To picks. How would you say like your how would you say your audio drama is going in terms of like teamwork and stuff like that, and how it's impacting its final overall product?
I think, well, at the moment, my audio drama is almost complete. There's just a couple things art-wise to finish off. Teamwork-wise, we've all pretty much got the gist of the story. All the voice acting is all completed, and I think I think that communication is really key for audio dramas on Discord servers. So without that, I really think the project could fall apart. And being in contact with all of the cast members can really put together a really good outcome for the episode.
I also just want to say that that this will touch up on our next topic. How an audio drama Discord server can often help you visualize and see other people's behaviors. Um, a lot of people portray themselves differently as they really are. And people don't want to work with unpleasant coworkers. And I feel like a Discord server actually helps you kind of understand like what this person's sense of humor is, or what their behavior or personality is like, and how well you vibe with them or so. And I feel like that it helps build up a mental picture that do you want to work with this person? Are you comfortable working with this person? Is this person productive enough to look past that and stuff? I've had a couple of people. I won't point out any names, but I have had a couple of people in audio dramas who try to make it all about themselves, and I think that's a lot of. I think that's a major problem with a lot of people who first come into audio dramas for the first time. I think they try and they contribute so much to the project because they think that doing so will make them more important than the other members of the group, which it doesn't. Everybody contributing is equally as valuable to the team, and when somebody tries to overstep their boundaries, it can cause a lot of people to feel feel mistreated, or feel forgotten, or disregarded. But I have had a lot of I'm talking like artists who will I'm talking like artists who will take up way too many scenes until the director says no, you gotta let others have some chances. But also for those who try to butt into the writing process without them being asked first. Have any of you guys writing a story? Have you ever been asked by anybody outside of your writing circle to try and help contribute try and contribute something to the writing or the story? Have you ever had somebody
I have.
You have?
Yeah. So it was a super long time ago though. It wasn't for my current one, the Forest Beast. It was for my past audio drama, Love and Kindness. Someone was saying, hey, you should do this in the story and have this in the story. And I said, that doesn't really fit in what we're trying to do here. And they got really mad and said, well, you should, take our opinions and put them in the story, whether you like it or not.
Oh my gosh.
I hate that so much.
I eventually had to kick them from the server because they were just telling everybody how horrible I was because I wasn't listening to them.
And that's it. And that's another thing. That's exactly what I was talking about. How the server allows you to see see a person's real personality and stuff
Mhm.
like that. What they're like working with.
Yeah. Could I actually add something to that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people who join audio dramas, mostly it's their first time, which is cool, and it's fair. People trying to either land a role as an artist or whatever you're auditioning for. But yeah, like when people audition, it's really interesting because, especially for voice acting, you really only hear their lines, and
Mhm.
that's probably all you will get is just you hearing their lines. So regardless of how they sound, you don't know them, which is okay because then eventually if they are compatible and are able to work well with your project, then they're a perfect match. But it's it's just interesting how you really don't know until you kind of let them come in your server, and like the more you talk to them, um but yeah, you just don't know.
I I just want to say real quickly that my friend Pink in the chat said "oof" to your shit in response to your story, Heather. um uh Art, have you ever had any experiences with toxic individuals in projects that you've been a part of? You don't have to put names, but just like any example or anything like that.
Yeah, I definitely have had experiences with toxic people. It one time got so bad that it caused me to have to go on a break at one point on Discord. Um, but I also probably wasn't the best person because I was a person that kind of was like, "Oh, this person is bad. I need to let the directors know
That
so
that's
I can."
That's
Yeah.
that's another thing. When you start as a person in an audio drama, sometimes you will sometimes you will make mistakes that come off as bad. Because we all make mistakes. We're human,
Mhm.
or ponies. But still, you get my point. But anyways, to, people will make mistakes, and I admit that I probably wasn't the best to work with back a couple of years, but it's through those experiences and through making those mistakes that I've learned to not make them again and to actually better myself as a person and somebody to work with as a voice actor or an editor or whatever a director would need me for.
Yeah. I would definitely say that, yeah, I have dealt with like toxic individuals. Like I said, not naming names, but um it you just are always going to find those people, and sometimes they find me a lot, but um it's definitely something that you have to like keep an eye out for and realize signs. I am a person who tries to pick up on signs fast. And I always just say, trust your gut if signs are showing bad or toxic, just because you just never know and you don't want that in your environment of an audio drama.
And especially in an audio drama Discord server where you're constantly talking and working with this person who you have a bad vibe with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Other than that, do we for any advice on audio dramas or anybody looking to write an audio drama or start or build up a community or maintain one, we are open to like questions if you have any as well. For any of us, Pix, Flutters, and Heather experience with directing and writing, whereas Art Star is good with art and me with voice acting. But overall, any questions you have, we're more than happy to answer it in the stage chat. From Quinch, technical production and resource. Any technical or production tricks or resource tricks? You mean as in like in what aspects, like voice acting or editing or stuff like that? Editing and post production. So we actually a lot of us actually have we have editors working on most of our stuff, but it's up to the directors to explain to the editors what they want in their final product. I've never managed a project before where it required editors, but I know that Flutters and Heather have. If they want to share their insight on it, like how you know what you want and relay what you want to your editors, and the process of what it takes to properly work together and such with that.
Yeah, so I usually get in a call with my editors when they're editing the episode, or at least not
that's
all
to
the
Jacob.
time, but yeah. And when it's almost done, basically, we get in a call and go over it and stuff. So I can, like, when you're in a call, it's so much easier to explain what you want. So I recommend doing that if you plan on doing a project with an editor or anything. Because when you're in a call, you can definitely explain what you want more clearly, and because through text, it just doesn't come across quite as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like socializing on Discord. It's more better to tell what they want and what they mean through actual talking rather than through text, because text can't carry emotions or emphasis or anything like that. Whereas audio dramas themselves, let's see. You've got Artstar. Does your project have any editors, or are you still in the process of finding editors and stuff like that?
Yeah, my project actually does. My project actually has like a big team behind it. We have a lot of background designers. Oh my gosh, background designers and character designers. I have a few art directors, and I have my co-directors, and I have my writers and my editors. I think right now we're at like 21 people in the server, and that is just for helping me get the project started. And we're not even, a few roles have been cast, but not many. So that mainly of the people in the server are just people that are helping me get started with my audio drama. And I definitely think it depends on what you need. Some people can work with a small team and get that all done. But for me, I work best when I have as much help from everyone who wants to help. And I give people the chance for that when I'm looking for more character designs or background designs, because definitely I find really helpful as an artist in an audio drama is references. Because sometimes I'm like in an audio drama and I'm like, what am I supposed to be drawing? Where is this supposed to be? And sometimes they'll be like, I'll misinterpret the thing and they'll be like, oh, they're supposed to be outside. And I'm like, oh, I couldn't find the reference.
Yeah, that is so important.
Yeah, or like that's the wrong reference you used. And I'm like, when did it say it was supposed to be this?
Aiden Gobra in my Twitch chat asks Heather, how many audio dramas have you been in? I'd say instead of giving an estimate, more so just name a couple that you can name off the top of your head.
I've been in, well, one of my favorites is The Last Adventure by Evika. That was really good. I've been in, let me think.
What was the name of that audio drama by Neville?
Oh, right. That was Angel Swift, I think. Lance Angel Swift.
Yeah.
That one was good. I like that one a lot. That was discontinued though, sadly.
Sadly. Any other questions? We're happy to answer as well. Other than that, I think we can move on to the next part about let's see. Having a sense of trust in the cast's ability to keep the project moving while doing what you can to keep production moving as well. I think we already touched up on that. I think
did, yeah.
I think we have just one more thing for directors. How the servers help with organization. I think that's the last thing we need to pick up on. So Flutters, Flutters, you have a server for corrupted consequences where fans are actually able to be part of it. Do you have any organization tips or anything to do with like keeping your art team and your voice actors well in the loop and completely organized?
Yeah, I think it's really important to keep everything simple. Because if you think about, past Discord servers anyone here has joined, you might have seen like, they might have a whole bunch of, or even audio dramas, like they might have a whole bunch of channels, and for me, it's very confusing. So I like to try and keep it very simple. So off the top of my head, I believe I just have a section for artists, a section for voice actors, and then places where they can find references, of course, like OC references or character references or background references. I keep separate. And then I also like to have a little section at the bottom of my server where it's just kind of used just for fun. Like I have a section for fan art and birthdays. We'll celebrate whoever's in the team, and if it's their birthday, we'll kind of have a little celebration, which is the sense of community and connection that I think is really important in audio drama for sure.
I think it also really helps for the voice actors as well, considering the fact that it helps allow you to keep your scripts in one place, so that way the voice actors can easily find them. And because the last thing a voice actor wants to deal with is a jumbled Google Doc profile with hundreds of scripts that they have to open up to see if it's the right one, and then have to go back out if they realize that it's the wrong one. And and especially help keep an organized area for your actors to drop their lines in if it once recorded. If not by email or Google Drive, you can actually send the lines through Discord actually, and to make it easier on yourself, and while at the same time still making it easy for the director to find them and download them with the click of a button. It really helps. But but overall, it does help with organization.
Yeah, I agree. I do have a section for like where everyone can put the scripts, and as far as the art goes, I'll just have them send it in the Discord server just because it's right there. And then voice actors, I'll usually give them the option if they either want to send their voice recording in the Discord server or they can just email it to me. So I try and make the process very simple and so there's just no confusion because that's the last thing I want.
Yeah.
Anything to touch up on that, Artstar?
I'd say that with organization, it's all subjective to how everybody like organizes things. From being in many Discord servers, I've noticed different ways people organize things. You can get as organized as one of my really good friends, to where I kind of get lost in her server with how organized it is. Or you can get as simple as drop art here are your art whips. Send your voice lines here are the scripts. Like, I definitely just think you have to find a way that works for you as a director, because if it doesn't work for you, you're gonna get lost and you're gonna get confused.
If you get lost with a project that you're directing, if you get lost, imagine how lost your cast is going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
I definitely say like it's to make it organized, it just you have to find a way that works for you. If it's not going to work for your cast, that is one thing, but I feel like a cast can adapt to the organization and find ways how, because I've adapted to many different ways directors organize things. I can easily just be like, okay, this is how the director organizes something. This is where I'm supposed to send things in. But as a director, if you can't find what you're looking for, then that's just going to be a big problem from the start, and you just need to find a way that works for you.
Awesome. Somebody in the Twitch actually asked a really good question for picks, Heather and Jess. How far ahead do you plan / write your episodes, and what do you do when you have writer's block? We'll start with picks first.
My audio drama, I've planned ahead for like a year. I've wrote out in notes what I want the plot to go like, and I wrote drafts of episodes. And
You wrote giraffes?
No, I wrote
Giraffes.
yeah, a giraffe. Yeah, I write drafts of episodes and then I go over them, reread them, and then make more and improve them. But for writer's block, I mainly just listen to music that really inspires me, and I think that really helps. So I don't know about anyone else, but
Jess.
I wish I was as organized as you picks. All I have to say is that I am still working on planning ahead because when I first started my audio drama, I only knew from my experience being in an audio drama server as like an artist or a voice actor. So one thing I am very glad I did early on was write how the series ended. Because if you don't have a clear understanding of how the series is going to end, then I feel like everything in between that is just going to be very confusing to write. The process is going to be a lot harder. So I think plan ahead as much as you are comfortable with, but also write the ending to your story. At least that's aggressive typing. Okay.
Sorry, that
was me.
That was me.
Okay. Yeah, but that is what helps with me. So I am currently with my audio drama, Corrupted Consequences. I am oh, this is embarrassing to say. Right now I have one episode ahead planned, which helps leave room to kind of fix and edit everything, and the writing process for me specifically can get very confusing because I like to I'll take a break and I'll look at it again. Yeah, but overall I think as long as you have a good understanding of how your series is going to end, then you already have a really good start.
Yeah, something I might like to add on about that, just from what Jess or Flutters was saying is be as organized and prepared as makes you comfortable. For some people, that is writing as they go. And for others, it's having everything handedly planned out. Just from beginning to end, have all the scripts planned out, have all the references before posting a casting call. It just depends on your comfortability. But I also say, yes, you do really need to know how your series ends before you can do anything about your audio drama.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think Heather, you were the only one left to answer the question.
So I agree with everybody.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
Yeah?
Quinch, what are you thising? Yeah, someone apparently said something really good that you were preaching. Hold on, I'm curious now. Wait.
Preach.
Quinch has auditioned for so many projects where the producer started with casting the crew and had no preliminary work done.
Oh my gosh.
I feel so bad for you.
That's a thing? What?
That is poor directing.
Yeah, so I know like it's exciting to start something new and everything, but yeah, you absolutely have to be prepared and have your story all planned out. You probably, I mean, in my opinion, I would want probably at least a few episodes written before you completed and all edited and everything before you start like a casting call or anything like that. So you know, like at least for the first few episodes, you know what you want. But you also should know how your story ends so that way you can continue writing while the other episodes are being worked on, and so that you don't get super slow with it or anything like that. And as for writer's block, I honestly just watch other audio dramas for some inspiration. That's how I get over my writer's block.
What are some that you like watching? What are some that you're currently invested in?
Well,
is it just My Little Pony stuff, or is it like
it's
other...
mostly My Little Pony stuff, yeah. I have watched the audio drama I was in, The Last Adventure. I have watched that for inspiration. Since it's Fluttercord and my audio drama is Fluttercord as well. And I also have watched Princess Trixie Sparkle as well for inspiration. And I find that helps me a lot with writer's block, so.
All right, any other questions from anybody in the audience for the stage? Because we're happy to answer whatever you may have. Aiden's typing something.
Writer's block is...
Yeah, Aiden, go ahead.
Same with art block. It's the same idea.
Go ahead and finish what you were going to say while Aiden's typing out the question.
For me specifically for writer's block, I can't even tell when I have writer's block because I take such a big break between writing scripts. I'm just like, I don't want to do that today. But I like to get myself in the mood, so my audio drama is kind of on the, I don't want to say dark, but I mean, kind of. So I like to listen to eerie, like either it's like piano music, like eerie music. I think that really helps set the mood and then kind of put yourself in the place of your characters.
Aiden asks if Heather has been part of an audio drama called Over the Moon.
Yes, I have. So that recently just came out. I did play Aurora Slumber in that. That was really fun. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be the voice of Aurora anymore, but I did have fun doing that first episode.
It was my first ever time doing narration as well.
Oh, nice.
Which is something I'll touch up more on my second panel in a bit. But any other questions for Pix, Flutters, Artstar, Heather, me, anybody? Either in my Twitch chat or my or the stage chat. We welcome any and all questions, like on maintaining a server or getting an audio drama started. If not, I think we can just share experiences or good stories that we have regarding the audio dramas that we do.
It's a great experience for sure.
It helps build connections. A lot of people in audio dramas, it's not just one they're a part of. They're a part of a lot, and it helps build that kind of sense of community, in not just that one project, but others as well.
Mm-hmm.
It helps.
I think being a part of an audio drama is just like the best part of the pony community, honestly. I love it very much, and especially if it has like a Discord server, you get so connected with everybody, and you can like be on a call with them. And I like personally, I love it when I have a premiere for one of my episodes and we all just get in a call and react to it together. I love those.
Featherfoot asks if any of us have any favorite moments working with audio dramas, if we can think of one.
As a co-director, for lots of audio dramas, mainly my friends' audio dramas, I definitely like it when we do script reads, like when we like just, when we're just trying to like work well with the script and just find typos and find mistakes in it and just help build the script better. I always love those moments when we just do script reads, and since there's only like 3 of us in the call, and there's sometimes like 20 plus characters in the script, we're just like going all around being like, wait, are you reading for Twilight? Yeah, oh yeah, I'm reading for Twilight. Oops. And how we're just like reading, having fun, can be funny and just silly, and just also find really bad typos, because sometimes the typos can be very bad and they're very funny to look for.
My personal favorite moment for an audio drama server was probably when I first got brought onto the Darkest Dawn. Back when with its inception, when my friend P was writing it. That I just want to say that when that server was in production of the first episode, the server was active, and I cannot stress this enough. It was active every night. We had calls, we played games, we chatted, we laughed, we poked fun at each other a couple of times. We had a huge sense of synergy with and love for the project because of all those calls that we had. And actually, before P sadly deleted her channel. She has a new one, by the way. Don't worry about that. But when she uploaded the first episode, that thing went viral. I'm talking like about 100,000 views in just less than a week, or less than like 2 weeks. It was unbelievable. Her sub count doubled in a week, and I can't stress how much that love and synergy in a group actually contributed to the overall project, and it showed in the final project. We weren't the best when it came to casting, and we did make some mistakes and stuff, but for our first time, it was a lot of our first time, and it showed. But also showed that we loved what we were doing. We loved the team that we were with, and it just was so much fun. But the server is dead now. There's never a call there, but I'm telling you, like every night there was something to do. To Pix, what about your favorite time, if you have one?
I'm not too sure. I just mainly enjoy hanging out with everyone who I'm in a project with within VCs. I feel like a lot of projects I'm in, we have like game nights with the cast. Yeah, I really enjoy those.
Jess, do you have
Voice
a
calls- Oh yeah. I was gonna say voice calls are definitely, they make the connection, like it really gives you the opportunity to bond with your cast, and I hope to do more of this in the future, but it's really it makes a huge difference doing the voice calls.
the question for you also is that can you name a time working on an audio drama that you remember fondly or remember well that made you love working on audio dramas, like one time at any time or example in particular that you can name off the top of your head?
Ooh, I don't know if I can name any in particular, but I know before I started my audio drama, I was in a lot of other audio dramas, and it was super fun, and it really helped me kind of understand how the directing works and everything. Um, I wish I could give you an example. I can't. But no, it's a lot of fun. I mean, the vibe is crazy.
Finally, to end this all off, Heather, do you have a story or anything like that of a good memory that you have of working with an audio drama?
Yeah, so for one, of course, my audio drama, I love having calls with my cast and everything. It's just so much fun when we watch episodes and everything.
I'm just not going to comment on this.
Um and also the last adventure, that one I worked on. I I loved working on that so much. I remember when I recorded the song for that audio drama for Fluttershy. I did it. I probably had 10 takes of that song or so. I did it so many times, and I wanted to get it perfect, you know. And I just remember that audio drama being so much fun to work for, and it was such a pleasure.
And with that, I think we're out of time for this panel. Yeah, I appreciate the four of you for joining me for it. But for anybody who wishes to stay for the next panel, which is about me talking about what I've learned as a beginner in voice acting, and any giving advice for you guys as well, be sure to stick around. Other than that, though, Artstar, Jess, Heather, Pix, thank you all for joining and being a part of this.
Yeah, thank you
Of
for
course.
having
You're
me.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
for having me.
Awesome. You're all yeah, you're welcome to stick around, but other than that, you're all dismissed if you wish to if you have something somewhere else you need to be or anything like that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Meanwhile, let me just